Hey Lakers fans, what's up everyone? The new NBA season is finally tipping off, and the Los Angeles Lakers are getting ready to face the Golden State Warriors right out of the gate. But here's the big headline. There's no LeBron James on opening night. Yeah, I know, that already sounds strange, doesn't it? Watching the Lakers without LeBron just feels off. But before you hit the panic button, let's talk about what this actually means for the team, because this situation might not be as bad as it sounds. LeBron's expected to be out until around the middle of November, so we're talking about him missing roughly the first 14 or 15 games of the season. Now, depending on how the Lakers perform in that stretch, his return date might change. If the team comes out hot, say something like 7 wins and 3 losses, or even 8 and 2 after 10 games, LeBron might decide to take his time, let his body recover fully, and make sure he's 100% ready for the long grind ahead. But if the Lakers start slow, maybe 1 win and 4 losses early on, that's when the urgency kicks in. LeBron's competitive fire might not let him just sit back while the team struggles. He knows that in the Western Conference, falling too far behind early can be brutal to recover from later. But looking at the Lakers' schedule, honestly, it's not too bad to start the year. In fact, it's actually pretty favorable. Most of the early matchups are in California, which means less travel, more rest, and more opportunities to build rhythm. They don't even leave the state until the very end of October. That's huge. They open against the Warriors, then face Minnesota, Sacramento, and Portland, all before they even think about hitting the road. Those are winnable games. The Timberwolves have size, sure, but the Lakers can easily split that matchup. Sacramento can be tricky, but if the Lakers bring energy and defend well, that's a game they can take. Portland is clearly in a rebuilding stage right now, so that one should definitely go in the win column. And let's not forget the Memphis Grizzlies. They're dealing with injuries early, so catching them while they're shorthanded could be a big advantage. Realistically, if everything goes according to plan, the Lakers could finish the first month of the season somewhere around 5 wins and 1 loss, or maybe 4 and 2 if things don't go perfectly. That's still a solid start. Now, tonight's game against the Warriors is going to be the real test. The Lakers match up fairly well with Golden State, especially in the paint, but you can't let the Warriors get into rhythm early. You know how dangerous they are. They can catch fire from 3-point range in a heartbeat and completely change the momentum of a game in just a couple of minutes. Even though LeBron's not on the court, the Lakers still have weapons. They just have to stay disciplined, communicate on defense, and limit those open looks from the perimeter. If they can do that, they got a good shot at taking this one. And you know who might be the X factor tonight? Rui Hachimura. Every time LeBron's out, Rui gets more freedom, more touches, and more chances to play in his natural position at the 4. Historically, he's performed well against Golden State, using his size and mid-range game to punish smaller defenders. This stretch without LeBron is a real opportunity for Rui to showcase that he could be a consistent scoring option when given the chance. Another guy to keep your eyes on is Austin Reaves. The way he's developed over the last year has been incredible. His confidence, his decision-making, his ability to handle the ball, all of that is going to be essential in keeping the offense steady. And then there's DeAndre Ayton, who's now becoming one of the focal points of this new-look Lakers lineup. These next 10 to 15 games are going to be huge for him to establish chemistry with Reaves and Luka Doncic. Yes, the idea here is that these guys are becoming the core of the future, the foundation for when LeBron eventually steps away. It's also a chance for someone like Gabe Vincent to step up. He looked excellent in the preseason, shooting the ball with confidence, hustling on defense, and making smart plays. He might not be the first name that comes to mind when you think of key Lakers players, but he could quietly become one of the most important ones while LeBron's recovering. He's got the energy, the shooting touch, and the defensive effort that this team needs right now. And given the way he played in the preseason, hitting close to 38% from beyond the arc, if he can carry that into the regular season, it changes everything for the Lakers' spacing and offensive flow. Head coach J.J. Redick has already hinted that rotations might shift depending on matchups. For instance, against teams like Minnesota, we might see bigger lineups featuring guys like Maxi Kleber or Jared Vanderbilt to deal with players like Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. But in faster-paced games against shooters like the Warriors, expect more guard-heavy lineups that rely on energy, movement, and quick defensive rotations. It's all about flexibility and exploiting whatever matchup advantage they can find. Now, just to be clear, nobody's saying this Lakers team is better without LeBron. That's just not true. But what they are is capable. They have enough talent to win games in the regular season, and that's what matters most right now. This part of the schedule gives them the chance to develop chemistry, find rhythm, and figure out who fits where. And that's actually a great thing because by the time LeBron returns, you want him joining a team that already knows its identity, a team that's confident, organized, and balanced. The Lakers don't need to rush anything. If they can play solid basketball, stay around .500 or better through those first 15 games, then LeBron can come back without any panic. And that's important because we all know the difference LeBron makes isn't about getting the Lakers into the playoffs. It's about turning them into actual contenders once they're there. Without him, they're still a good team. With him, they're a threat to win all. This stretch is going to be key for role players to prove their worth. Guys like Rui, Reeves, and Ayton can grow into bigger responsibilities, which will only help the Lakers long term. And for LeBron himself, this time off might actually be a blessing in disguise. It gives him a chance to rest, watch how the team gels, and figure out how to fit back in seamlessly when he returns. He's talked about wanting to play more off the ball this year, working on his catch-and-shoot threes, and letting the younger guys handle more of the offense. That's exactly the kind of balance the Lakers need if they want to make a deep playoff run. The last thing this team needs is for LeBron to come back and completely change the flow if the Lakers are already playing well. He's smart enough to know that if the group is winning, the best thing he can do is adapt to what's working. If they're 11-4 when he returns, there's no need to reinvent anything. But if they're struggling, that's when he steps in, takes over, and reminds everyone why he's still one of the best players to ever do it. So these next few weeks are going to tell us a lot. We're going to see what kind of team the Lakers really are without their superstar. We're going to see who steps up, who fades under pressure, and who proves they deserve a bigger role when LeBron comes back. There's no better test than opening night against the Warriors, a fast-paced, experienced team that forces you to play smart basketball. If the Lakers can start the season strong, they'll be setting themselves up perfectly for when their leader returns to the floor. And that's the beauty of this moment. It's not just about surviving without LeBron. It's about thriving, about building confidence, about showing that the purple and gold are more than just one player. Because when the King comes back, he won't just be returning to a team waiting for him. He'll be joining a squad that's already rolling, ready to chase another championship together. When LeBron finally returns, the biggest challenge won't just be about his conditioning or his minutes restriction. It'll be about finding the right rhythm within a team that's been learning to win without him. The Lakers have built some nice chemistry with players stepping into bigger roles, and that momentum is something they'll want to protect. You never want to kill that energy. LeBron knows this. He's one of the smartest basketball minds ever, and if the team is doing well, he's going to read the situation perfectly. He's going to find his way into the mix without forcing things. But that adjustment period is real. The moment he's back, the ball naturally gravitates toward him because that's what happens when you're LeBron James. The key is going to be balance. Let the young guys keep running the show, keep playing their game, while LeBron becomes that finishing piece that ties it all together. He's already talked about wanting to play off the ball more, which is huge. We saw flashes of that last season when he focused on catch-and-shoot situations, cutting to the basket, and picking his moments instead of controlling every possession. If he sticks with that mindset, the Lakers' offense can become way more unpredictable. Imagine Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves handling most of the playmaking duties while LeBron operates from the wing or the corner, spacing the floor and attacking when the defense overcommits. That's deadly. It makes the team harder to guard because defenses can't just load up on one guy anymore. And if LeBron can maintain his efficiency from deep, it completely opens up the floor for Ayton to dominate inside and for shooters like Gabe Vincent to punish teams that leave them open. Speaking of Ayton, this stretch without LeBron might be the best thing that's ever happened to him. He's getting consistent touches, more freedom to operate in the post, and a chance to build real chemistry with the guards. Too often in the past, big men playing alongside LeBron have turned into screen setters who wait for passes. But Ayton has the skill set to be more than that. He can hit mid-range shots, he can finish through contact, and he can be a real focal point. If he finds confidence early, the Lakers might finally have the kind of inside-out balance that's been missing since the days of prime Anthony Davis. Another important element is Austin Reeves' evolution. The way he's reading defenses lately has been something special. You can see his maturity on the court, the patience, the awareness, the decision-making. He's starting to look like a guy who's not just filling a role, but actually becoming one of the cornerstones of the franchise. And that's something LeBron loves to see. When you're a veteran like him, you want the younger guys to carry more of the load, so you can conserve your energy for the moments that really matter, like the playoffs. But let's not ignore how tricky that transition might be once LeBron is active again. There's always that adjustment period where players have to relearn how to play around him. The pace changes, the spacing changes, and everyone's responsibilities shift a little. The good news is that this roster seems mentally tough enough to handle that. JJ Redick has been emphasizing communication and flexibility since training camp, and that's going to make a big difference when it comes to managing rotations and egos. Redick himself is still a young coach, but you can tell he's already earning the respect of the locker room. He understands how modern basketball works. He's not afraid to make bold adjustments or experiment with lineups if it means getting the most out of his players. Now, looking at the Western Conference as a whole, the Lakers can't afford a slow start, but they also don't need to panic. Teams like Denver and Oklahoma City are going to come out strong, but it's a long season. What the Lakers need right now is consistency. Winning the games they're supposed to win and staying healthy are the two biggest priorities. If they can hold steady until LeBron returns, everything else will fall into place. And let's not underestimate how important LeBron's rest really is. This man has been carrying teams for over 2 decades. The wear and tear adds up. Every extra week he gets to rest now is energy saved for later when the playoffs roll around and he needs that extra burst. You don't want him pushing too hard in November just to be gassed in April. The Lakers learned that the hard way last season when fatigue became a real factor toward the end. This time, the plan seems smarter: manage his workload early, trust the roster, and then unleash him when it really matters. By the time LeBron steps back on the court, he'll be returning to a team that's already been battle-tested. The younger players will have had time to prove themselves, the rotations will be more defined, and the group as a whole will be more confident. That's exactly the kind of environment you want to bring a superstar back into. Because when everyone's comfortable and knows their role, that's when you get the best version of LeBron James. He can pick his spots, take over when needed, and elevate everyone else in the process. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, Los Angeles seems to be buzzing again, and not just because of the glittering lights on Sunset Boulevard. Whispers are spreading fast across the NBA landscape that Lithuanian center Jonas Valanciunas may be the next name to don the purple and gold. Nothing is official yet, but insiders around the league suggest that the Lakers front office has quietly expressed strong interest in bringing the veteran big man to Los Angeles, adding another layer of intrigue to an offseason already full of speculation. Valanciunas, known for his rugged play, soft hands, and old-school interior presence, could be the stabilizing force the Lakers have been searching for. With Anthony Davis often shifting between power forward and center, there's been a long-running debate inside the organization about the need for a true big man to handle the physical grind of the paint. At 6 feet 11 inches and with over a decade of NBA experience, Valanciunas fits that mold perfectly. According to several league observers, the Lakers have been monitoring Valanciunas' situation closely since his tenure in New Orleans showed signs of nearing an end. The Lithuanian's ability to space the floor and rebound effectively has reportedly caught the eye of both Rob Pelinka and head coach Darvin Ham, who see him as a low-risk, high-impact addition, especially if the price is right. Fans are already speculating what a front-court pairing of Davis and Valanciunas might look like. On paper, it offers balance. Davis's mobility and shot-blocking complement Valanciunas' strength and post-play. It also could free AD to operate more freely on offense and stay healthier over the long season. It's the kind of move that doesn't grab headlines like a superstar trade, one Western Conference scout reportedly said, but it could make the Lakers tougher, and that matters in the playoffs. Of course, nothing has been confirmed, and sources close to Valanciunas have remained silent about his next destination. Still, the murmurs have grown too loud to ignore. In Los Angeles, rumors travel fast, and this one has the unmistakable ring of possibility. If the deal materializes, the Lakers could quietly be setting the stage for a deeper, more balanced roster, one capable of giving LeBron James and Anthony Davis another serious run at the title. For now, though, it's just a whisper, but in Hollywood, even whispers can turn into blockbusters. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.